Good morning, lovely people. I've just popped into Salvos for a bit of a thrift shop and a look around. This is a Liz Jordan satin jacket slash coat. Love the detail on the sleeve. Love that little slip pocket, and the buttons are just sensational. It's $20 and the size is small. Might have to try that one. It's kind of chic. A really gorgeous little Zara woman skirt. It's a beautiful herringbone tweed and it has a really broad waistband. Love the trim down the side here. It's tiny, it's probably about a size 6 or an 8. Love the zip detail at the back. I mean, how beautiful would that be? Layered up with a gorgeous white shirt. And here are a pair of Whitner heels. Check out that beautiful detail around the ankle. They don't even look worn, they're $20. Pretty fabulous. Leather, obviously. A seed sequin skirt. It looks like a pencil skirt, high waist, and in immaculate condition, size 14 and $35. I also noticed this little bag. It's just a Colette Hayman, but it looks really luxe. I love the chevron here, and then this little tassel. That's $30. This is really sweet if you're into retro clothing. It's a woven satin, and look at that. It's just a little crop at the front, and then maybe that ties there. It's by Johnny, believe it or not. Really beautifully constructed. I love this really deep V. It look fantastic over so many things, and that's $25. This is Target, I believe, Target limited edition, and it's a little chiffon sleeveless blouse. But check out that beautiful detailing around the neck. I mean, that's just stunning. Love the ruffle too. And this is a great layering piece. That's a size 14, $12. This is really interesting. It must be quite vintage. It's a country road. I don't think I've seen anything like this from them before. It zips all the way, oh no, halfway up the front, and then it's got this metal sequin detailing and this cool red stripe. It's probably a dress, believe it or not. The thing with this kind of top though is that the neckline is so super low. Unless you have a great rack, it's just a really awkward shape to wear. You know, you could layer it if you didn't mind that sort of, deep section there, like putting a polo neck underneath, and you could have it as more of a mod sort of look, like a retro mod, and that might be kind of cool. Here's a sportswear style jacket from Liz Davenport. It's just cotton, has fabulous buttons, love the flat pocket, and it's just sort of resort wear. It even has trim on the sleeve there. That one is only $25. It's a large, so that's probably a 12 to 14. I'm always looking for metallics. I'm not sure of the brand of this. Silly me didn't bring my reading glasses, so I can't really see it. Apricot something? I don't know. But it's sensational. Love the cuffed sleeve. A little flap. Actually, that's a faux pocket. I'm not sure what that is. It's kind of cool, and I really love the back too. It does have a few little pulls here and there, but they could be easily fixed up. Those buttons could be moved and put in those spots there and there. I just love the idea that it would nip you in and would just really finish an outfit. This threads blouse has a lot of potential. It's $25. This is a size small. It looks like a linen blend. It has a lurex through it. Can you see that? The pattern's really cool. It's kind of cool. It's a little bit too boho for me, but it would look sensational with polished pants or a pencil skirt and a blazer. Another really cute piece with all of this incredible detail. It's even got snakeskin pattern on the inside. But you can see here how it's got this gorgeous detailing and this beautiful waistband with the lovely thick belt loops. You can see at the back, even that little dart there. So obviously it was an expensive piece. Button detail. It's tiny, it's probably about a 6, but that's just a fabulous layering piece. A chic buttery leather skirt. Just loving the detail on it here. This the seams up on the waistband and then around here that mimic pockets. Has an invisible zip at the back. Gee, that's a really lovely piece, and again, classic colour, classic style. Another incredible piece. I don't know who Maury and Eve are. You might have heard of them. It's a size 12, but it looks more like a size 10. It's got a lurex thread through it. It's a woven sort of tweed fabric. Love this dart over the bust, and love that it has that peplum, but it's not a really wide peplum. It's quite flat. It's not going to poof out. The only thing is, of course, that it has no back on it. but that would be fine. Wearing a long sleeve top under that would be absolutely sensational. It's a really stunning piece. Of course, I absolutely pounced on this coat. It doesn't have a label that I can see. What's that? Can't even make it out. Fortitude Valley, Queensland. It's obviously vintage. My God, I think it has belonged to a soldier or something. I'm feeling quite emotional looking at this. I think maybe this was something that one of our serving men wore. Very heavy, like I could barely lift it. It's beautiful. Wonderful to see it getting new life. Now here is this gold number with the back out. So it says it's a size 12, but it's vintage, so it's really like a 10. We'll do up and see how cool it will look with just a, top underneath. Really, really pretty. Another wonderful find. This is a Max Mara and it is exquisite. Check out the detail on the sleeve. That tuxedo style collar, those beautiful slit pockets. But the fabric is insane. It's almost an owl-like feathery pattern and it nips in at the waist. It's very fitted on me, on the arms in particular, but just love that detail. And for $25, I think I would be prepared to wear something that's too tight for a while. Just looking through these coats here, and I'll just talk you through how I sort of look for things. So what I do is, of course, I look for sequins, but I look for colours that I know will flatter me. That's really interesting, that Jackie E. Studding, I'm not hugely into. It would have to look very modern and not, at all rock and roll. So colour and then fabric, and then of course pattern and shape. And, I'm attracted to that, for instance, because it's a knit blazer, and knit blazers are just absolutely sensational. This is a Blue Illusion. It's really beautiful. It's, I think, very, very, very deep navy, but I love the trim on it. This kind of thing, I'm very fussy with Guay Purin lace, so I would not go for that, but it is kind of cool. It does have a tuxedo-like feel. That's the brand. I can't really see it that well. And it's beautifully constructed. Has lots of lovely detail on it and satin lapels. Something like that is a bit too nana. Of course, these patterns don't attract me at all. This kind of attracts me, but then when you pull it out and you see it just looks a little bit dated. Of course, I'm ever on the hunt for faux fur. This is a Caroline Morgan, believe it or not, and it's $20. It's lovely, the colour's beautiful and the faux fur is divine, but it's too cropped for me. I like a longer line gilet. Can you see there? It's just too small and it's just too cropped for me. It's not going to work, but gee, it's really, really pretty. I also look for things with structure. So when I'm scanning through this, for example, this looks interesting, but it's too relaxed for me. It's too crushy and it's not, I like just sharper things. This is an Oxford and, it's only $40. It's still new with tags. I really like the fabric on that, but same again, it's just too relaxed. I like more structure. I'm also very unattracted to several colours. Blues, other than denims or chambrays. Burgundy. I have a strong aversion to burgundy, like you would not believe. This cobalt blue is my worst nightmare. And I'm not attracted to red unless it's a certain kind of red that I know will flatter me and also has a great pattern. Usually don't really like block red. Like for example the velvet jacquard is kind of cool. That's what I would lean towards. A faded red like that that's almost a bit pinkish is probably something I'd move more towards. If you like colour blocking or just putting a bright pop over neutrals, this is a sensational colour. It's a little relaxed, but it's still got some structure to it. It's a Laura Ashley, size 12. It's only $30, and it's just got a really nice shape to it. It would come to the hip bone, and the sleeves look a little bit cropped, but I do like that retro style sleeve. We've got a really lovely shoe range in at the moment. Like, these are in really sensational condition, and they're kind of cool. Look at these. I mean, they're fabulous if they weren't red. Really, really sweet shoes. These are kind of cool. These are top end. I've never heard of them before. But aren't they just so Audrey Hepburn? Don't know the size of those. And look at these. I mean, they could be potentially lots of fun. The belts and bags are pretty light on at the moment. Sometimes that happens, I guess, but just thought I'd have a quick peek. This is quite a nice one. I like the little tortoiseshell buckle, and it's a nice shape, lovely overstitching. I think it's just a PU one. Yeah, I'm not sure the brand. I like that skinny little raffia belt. And then this bag, this is a Colorado, it's leather. And if you love that boho look, this is actually really kind of cool. I don't think it has a crossbody strap, but you could easily put one on because it has these. So it's just more like a shoulder bag, but really lovely condition. And it's $18. Look at the back, it's a really nice bag. And now for the treasure trove of jewellery. You know, some of it vintage, some of it handmade. Always can find unique pieces looking for jewellery at the Salvos. I'm really loving this, that's very cool. These longer beaded necklaces, I've actually been looking for necklaces like this with just unusual beading and stones, or faux stones. That's kind of cool, that brooch. And that's like a dream catcher one. Some really lovely bangles. That one's really interesting. I quite like that too, that's just a really interesting piece. And that's kind of cool if you're into that more goth look. I love shells. This is faux shells, obviously. I'm not sure about this piece, but what you could do with something like that is just have it as is without this, just remove that and maybe even put a pin on the back of that and wear that as a brooch. But that on its own I think could be lovely, and you could even put it in tight and use it as a choker. So this kind of thing, I believe this is a belt. Of course you could wear it as a necklace doubled over, or just really long, but also as a belt would be sensational. That's quite pretty actually, this one here. That's really pretty. But I love metallic necklaces that are quite modern looking, and that looks like barbed wire. How cool is that? And then underneath there's two more actually. Well, it might be the same necklace. Yeah, it is the same necklace, but you could potentially pull them apart. These shoes are divine, they actually fit me and I love them, but unfortunately there is no buckle, no closure. That's such a shame because that's a gorgeous shoe. I found this Guess shoe, another shoe in silver with a sensational heel. It's got like a wooden heel, you can see there. And they are a size 10, so they're slightly too big for me. My foot just slips around in them, which is a real shame because they are just sensational. Here's a fabulous vintage piece. It's by RDX. It's Gifted Tailors for the Dapper Gent. So this looks like a Brit brand, obviously. It's a size large. It's wool, it's beautiful. It has this lovely zip running up the front, buttoned neck, pockets at the front, and down the bottom, epaulettes. Nothing on the sleeve. Gorgeous trim at the back. This I love. It's only $30. I love it. My husband would not wear it, unfortunately. He's not into retro, and it's just not really my shape and style, but it's divine. Gotta love some houndstooth, and this is really classic. It's almost like a little capelet with sleeves, so it's cropped. It just pins here, and it has the most fabulous retro collar. It's by Emerge. That's a size 8, and it's $20. An absolutely beautiful little tweed jacket in a classic shape and style. Lovely detail on the cuff, flat pockets with that little darting on the pocket. I mean, it's beautiful, fully lined. I love your little buttons. I think the sizing is 10, it's a petite, so it's going to be quite fitted on me. But gee, that's really lovely. Another sensational find. You're going to just, you know, hate me. Look at this. It's an Alana Hill. Check out the lining on it. It's absolutely exquisite. Look, it needs a good depil and a dry clean, but look at that stunning neckline. Almost looks like a flower. Look at the chevron trim here on the pocket and on the sleeve ends with a little split. Look at those jeweled buttons, as is her way. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to try it on.